Subscribe with iTunes, Audio Boom, Stitcher, or your favorite podcasting app. And if you enjoy what you hear, like us on Facebook. Also, consider throwing a little cash our way by visiting patreon.com/KoreaFM. And find more of our great content on our home on the web, KoreaFM.net. This month, the Korea Queer Culture Festival is taking place here in Seoul, and festivities kicked off this weekend with a pride parade and other activities in front of City Hall. I attended the event to speak with organizers and attendees, as well as with those protesting along the parade route. As this wasn't my first year covering Seoul's Pride Parade, I was interested to hear if parade organizers agreed that the amount of opposition and protesting this year appeared to be less intense and involve less people than just a year ago.
My name is Myung-jin Kang. I'm Chief Organizer of the Korea Queer Culture Festival. Queer Parade는 2000년 처음 시작해서
The Queer Parade in Seoul started in 2000, first time, and then this year would be the 17th. And for the City Hall, it's our second time.
없었던 건 아닌데.
So I wouldn't say there wasn't any protester or any fallout or intervention during the parade, but I feel like last year I heard that there was too much protesters, and there was a discussion among the Christian groups within them that maybe this kind of too much intervention would make the queer parade even more popular. That's what I heard, so maybe that could be it. But also this year there was more cooperation from the police as well. Just like many other countries in the world, it's not just a parade, it's not just a festival for us. It started out as the very ultimate and the desperate need for us to publicize our existence, our identities. However, ultimately, we would like to see the change in the Korean society, and we would like to have the change in the reputation of the sexual minorities in Korea, and then have our people's rights respected in the society.
Before the parade, I made my way to where many foreign embassies had booths at the event and saw that U.S. Ambassador to South Korea Mark Lippert was in the area. Alongside a Korean journalist, we both requested to get a statement as to why he decided to make a personal visit to the event, but we were turned down by the ambassador, who said he didn't have enough time to speak with us. Only then to see Ambassador Lippert and his bodyguards continue to walk the grounds for the next half hour or longer while taking time to meet individually with both booth workers and festival attendees. Luckily, the French ambassador to South Korea and other countries' embassy workers were much more open to speaking with members of the press, and told me why their respective countries had decided to show official support for LGBTQ rights in South Korea.
Fabien Pennon, I am the French ambassador in Korea. Equality of rights and dignity, regardless of sexual orientation and identity genre, is a priority for France regarding human rights. This is why I thought it was important for France, with all our European colleagues, to be here today.
My name is Pierre Steverlink. I'm the consul at the Belgian embassy. Well, Belgium has been a fighter for equal rights within Belgium, but also within the EU and the United Nations. Been fighting for equal rights for all, and so it's important for us to be here to support Korea in their way towards equal rights for all.
So I'm James Trottier, and I'm the Chargé d'Affaires at the Canadian Embassy and the head of political, economic, and public affairs. We're here, like we were here last year, in order to identify and represent Canadian support for LGBTI rights. We work with various groups on a range of human rights issues, including LGBTI rights. And for us, LGBT rights or human rights are indivisible, and LGBT rights and the human rights of LGBT persons are part of that.
Before the parade began, I made my way to the front of a very loud group of attendees and performers waiting to begin, and was able to very briefly speak with Kim Bo-mi, Seoul National University's first openly gay student body president, who was featured on one of the parade's floats.
Yeah, I'm really happy to be here. So many people are here, coming here and support us. And this is really important for the sexual minority people. So I'm really happy to be here and sitting here and be with all the people here.
Once the parade started moving, the level of music became a bit more comfortable, and I was able to speak with those around me about why they chose to march in the 2016 Korea Queer Culture Festival Pride Parade.
So I see you guys are holding a giant Google banner. So Google is making an official presence here at the parade. Can you introduce yourself and tell me why Google decided to come here today?
Okay, my name is Lois Kim, and we are Googlers who voluntarily participate in this parade and booth activity. More than 20 people participate in this whole event. We respect the diversity and inclusion, and we also respect all this kind of diversity happening in the community as well as at the Korea office. We had a booth, and we fundraise it by selling the Google discount T-shirt swag, and we donate all the money to Ding Dong. Ding Dong is a teenagers LGBT safety shelter. So we donate all the money we earn to them.
I'm from the United States, California.
United Kingdom.
And so the parade's just starting. We're at almost the very front of it. Why are you guys here today?
Because I think that it's important to support other countries in their fight for equality.
Absolutely, I agree. I just moved to Korea 2 months ago and heard about this, and I just want to support the people that actually live here, the Koreans especially. They have to deal with so much, so I want to be here and show them my support.
I'm from Korea.
And I'm from Louisiana. And you just told me you guys are married. You're here marching. We're almost at the very front of the parade. Why did you decide to come out today?
Well, we heard about it. This is our first time actually being in a gay pride parade. I am a Christian. I go to church every Sunday, but I feel that to live and let live. You know, I can't tell anybody that they've done something wrong because I sin every day. All I can do is continue to try to do better. So we face discrimination in Korea, me being black, her being Korean, and gay people face discrimination here. So it's one of those things where it's like, just let them live, let people live. In the end, we're all human. We all bleed. We all have the same fears. We all have the same emotions. Just let people live. Let them live. That's just how we feel.
I'm up at the very front of the parade now, and I'm witnessing some of the Korean police officers escorting what appear to be protesters away from the parade route so that they're not slowing it down. When I was here last year covering the same event last summer, quite a few protesters were able to get in front of the parade, basically lie down in front of the route they were taking and stall it for a short amount of time. But I got to say, last year, and it appears this year as well, the Korean police did a very good job of talking to those people, trying to get them to move out of the way, and when that didn't work, physically picking them up and carrying them out of the way of the parade route. And that appears to be the same case this year. Police appear to have everything under control, at least at this point.
And just a few short minutes after recording that, I stopped by the side of the parade route to speak with a Korean man and ask him why he and his group were protesting the Pride Parade. Rome collapsed due to homosexuality, and homosexuality is the origin of AIDS. So 80% of people who have AIDS are homosexual people. Those people are not living a normal life, and so finally they're dying. Homosexual couples can't give birth to children, and the family is destroyed. It means finally our country is ruined. The country can't exist.
So while I was interviewing that man, 2 girls and now the man I was speaking with are now joined by many, many, many other people are now lying down in front of the parade route. It looks like at least 6 or 7 people now. Some of the other people that were protesting just seconds ago, shouting on the side of the street, but rather peaceful, are now lying down. And this is what I talked about earlier. This happened time and time again last year during the parade. This is the first time that I've seen it here today so far. And as I mentioned, the man that I was just speaking with now currently lying down on the ground. And so now, just a minute or two after the man that I was speaking with lay down on the ground with 6, 7, maybe even up to 10 other people, looked like they're all part of the same group, perhaps premeditated action. As I was speaking to him, he saw that people started to lie down on the ground and stopped talking to me and went and joined them. Only just a handful of minutes later, the parade is back on its way. They've been removed, I believe just put to the side of the street with the other people that they were with protesting just 5 minutes ago, and the parade now is continuing.
And to my amazement, just a little further down the road, I again saw the Korean man I had been speaking with, and I asked him why he had tried to stop the parade by throwing himself down on the ground in protest.
이 동성애를 많은 시민들한테
The reason why I'm protesting this homosexual parade is because lots of people are seeing it. But this is not normal. Usually a man and a woman can make a new family. However, a homosexual couple only cares about sexual pleasure. That's horrible, and Korean people are unable to accept this lifestyle.
우리나라에서는 이걸 받아들일 수가 없어요.
And aside from that, and perhaps just a handful of other incidents, this year's Korea Queer Culture Festival Pride Parade seemed to be much more about the issues at hand than a very public war of words and even musical performances that went on between parade supporters and protesters in front of City Hall last year. I'm Chance Dorland for KoreaFM.net.